I'm getting ahead of myself there. Let me tell you a little bit about this Jeep. I originally built it for the 3K Hoopty Challenge out of spare parts I had left over from other Jeep projects. Pretty much everything on here was left over from something else that I didn't want to use for an off-road vehicle, which is how it ended up turning into a two-wheel drive drag car. Built it for the first Hoopty Challenge I went to, and I never got on the strip. I got up to the line, and then it got rained out. Then, a couple months later, I got called back for the Hoopty Challenge filming. They did a Hoopty Challenge series on Facebook. You should watch it, it's good. I was on episode 4. That was the Truck and Van Madness. So then the first time I'd ever been on a drag strip was in front of a pile of cameras racing a turbocharged Ford, and I won. Made it to the finals and lost the finals. So after that filming, the Jeep sat for a little bit, got water in the motor, hydrolocked the motor, and that was junk. So I had to yank the motor out. I bought the cheapest motor I could find on Craigslist. It was seized. Figured this was a good opportunity to put in a manual transmission because every ZJ out there should have a manual transmission. So I got a 5-speed NV3500 out of a pickup truck, attached that to the motor that was previously seized but now turned over, dumped it into the Jeep, and found out that my drive shaft, the closest one I had, was 8 inches too short. There's one end, there's the other end. Now, I realized that was another opportunity because it didn't mean that the drive shaft was 8 inches too short. It meant the vehicle was 8 inches too long. So I cut it in half. What we have here is the front half of the Jeep, the back half of the Jeep, and all I have to do is weld them back together. How hard can it be? Welded it back together, and the drive shaft fit perfect. That is the way to fix a drive shaft problem, especially if you aren't using your rear seat anyway. Took it again to the zip tie drags in Tucson for the Hoopty Challenge. Well, we have the zip tie drags 2020. First run. They just opened staging lanes, so we'll see what happens. As soon as I touched the brakes, I got death wobble. Bad. So the next morning, I got the biggest off-road steering stabilizer I could find. But before I put it on, I figured I'd try the burnout pit. Once that was over, I put my steering stabilizer on. Should be good. Fixed, huh? We'll find out. Before I got to test it, I got called for Fans versus Farber and Finnegan. So then I took my not working previous day, freshly fixed vehicle, and I was up against Finnegan in Nascarlo. took off great. I actually got the whole shot on him, and you saw that in the video. But I did lose at the end. But he has a real motor, and that's kind of be expected. So then that night, I ran the 3K Hooptie Challenge. I won the first round. Lost the second round, and had a lot of fun. Again, this I would recommend going to the zip tie drags to anyone with any vehicle. Now the question is, would I go from here? Later I went through all my time slips for the weekend and realized I got the 60-foot time on every single race I did. Which means this Jeep is quick, it takes off good, but it's not fast. The problem is, it has a junk motor that was meant for a truck and only puts out about 150 horsepower. That's not good for drag racing. So we need a motor that actually puts out some real power. So what I did is bought myself another junk motor, this time out of a wrecked truck with less than 100,000 miles that isn't seized. Let's build that, see what it does next year.